Foldable phones are a lot of things. They're pretty, they're cool, but they're also expensive and most of all, impractical. Or are they? Well, there's at least one foldable phone that you can buy today that is not only the best of the bunch, but is a heck of a lot more practical than some flagship phones in the market. That is the OPPO FIND N2 Flip. Now it all boils down to the simple fact that the OPPO FIND N2 Flip is a lot more affordable than the phones offered by its competition by a large margin. In fact, the price of $49,999 looks like a downright bargain compared to the price tags of recently launched flagships that do not fold. And while we can end the video right there, there are a few things about this phone that you should know about that really make it worth your money if you buy it, in my opinion. The first is the fact that it's a perfect size for foldable. Personally, I think that foldable should be smaller than a typical smartphone when folded and then open up to a normal size. I'm not a fan of big foldables that open up to become even bigger devices because they're thick, heavy, and essentially negate the whole idea of having access to a screen that folds. The big external screen gives you more real estate to work with compared to other similar flip-type foldables. And in fact, the OPPO FIND N2 Flip actually has the largest cover screen of any flip-type phone currently in the market. That large external screen also becomes a handy viewfinder if you want to take a selfie with the main camera. This dual preview mode also allows your subjects to see themselves in the frame before you snap the picture. And once you open up the phone, you'll see that the internal screen is big, bright, and very color accurate. And while there is still a crease in the middle, it really won't bother you too much when you are using the phone. And while people who diss foldables always cite durability as a main concern, that's something you don't have to worry about with this phone. OPPO's new Flexion hinge is rated up to 400,000 folds, which is more than most people will ever use this phone when they're opening and closing the hinge. Cameras too are pretty great. While there's only two cameras here, they're both really good snappers. OPPO going with two great cameras versus adding 3 or even 4 mediocre ones is a better route, all things considered. OPPO's partnership with Hasselblad has allowed the FIND N2 Flip to deliver top-notch photos, and it shows. OPPO has spared no expense with the FIND N2 Flip as far as photos and photography goes. There's also no shortage of good things to say about the processor, software, or battery life either. The phone's armed with a MediaTek Dimensity 9000 Plus processor, which does a great job in keeping the phone fast and fluid. There's enough RAM and storage in the phone to keep most people happy, and the phone has enough juice to power through a typical 8-hour workday. And if you suddenly find yourself out of juice, OPPO's SuperVOOC 44-watt fast wired charging will get you up and running in no time. With all that you're getting, the OPPO FIND N2 Flip is a game changer when it comes to the foldable market, delivering top-notch, high-end features for a price that most everybody can afford. Between the other choices in the market right now for foldables, the OPPO FIND N2 Flip is the one that makes most sense. It's the most affordable of the bunch, has a tough screen, has a great camera, and performance that'll go the distance. If you're in a market for a fold, you should make it an OPPO.